And it can start here. And this requires... actually, we should produce many of these. One of these being produced at a time is not nearly enough. So, if we apply mathematics and make 5 producers of these, that would be close to 2 iron and 1 copper per second, which isn't is not impressive to me. If 10, then that would be 4 iron and 2 copper per second. And it would produce 2 of these per second. I see. Wait, am I doing the inversion math correctly? Yes. Mental mathematics is no trivial matter, but is extremely useful. And so we require production of 2 copper and 4 iron per second. That would be something like this, and double for the other. And this isn't even considering possible future expansion, which probably won't be necessary anyway. Because we may need more logistic science machines. Or wait, automation science. Logistic is the purple one, I'm sure. But I don't remember. I think it was easier to just refer to them by their color. Of course. This problem again. Anytime now. Actually, not any time, specifically that time. And now the copper plates must be kept raw, and the iron must be processed directly into gears immediately, mirroring how copper used to work. This may need to be expanded later. Actually, I can tell just by looking at the process itself. Consumption of 2 iron per second, that's half of what we need. And now these can be routed to the 10 producers, which can be linear. And this solution should be enough for practically an eternity, or at least until we have the sufficient technology to replace these low-grade components. That's a problem. Fortunately, it's a problem that can be easily resolved, since it's such a low complexity and cheap component that's being attacked. What's more difficult to resolve is future attacks. And from this angle, it would appear that they came from the right. Here, possibly. I need radar. Look how much organized and orderly this looks compared to before. The opposite of a mess. Of course, I won't know where exactly the base is that I need to attack until I can see where it is, or at least just know where it is, to be more abstract. I could potentially install a turret system temporarily until that's resolved. It doesn't help that because of how slow I am, the response time is not preferable. Now this can be routed directly to science area, which I will arbitrarily place here. And I won't bother automating the crafting of these since they'll be such an underused component. And I will arrange them in the typical matrix format that I use. And now science can begin immediately. Oh, it's the green one. Which I could theoretically clamp directly to those two branches earlier, but I won't because that's too much interdependency in this base. This should be the first. And look at how fast it already is because of this. And the radars are performing adequately. Technically slightly sub-adequate because preference would indicate that they should be able to scout immediately. But that's not realistic. Well, not that it's not realistic, it would defeat the purpose. Just removing all of these simple sciences rapidly to get them out of the way. These fast arms will be a priority. Ammo production should be something I design immediately. An ammo distribution system would be a nightmare, so I will try not to need to do that yet. Good enough for now, until I locate that enemy base and exterminate them. The vermin that they are. Disgusting. Oh, look at that. Yes, a surplus of all of the components necessary. The fast inserter module should just be a modification of this one, since once we have fast inserters, slow inserters will be obsolete to the end user, which is me. However, I'm also technically the super user, as well as just the user. Actually, thinking about that, that's ridiculous, since the super user should just be they should have all of the privileges of a normal user. This would be the path to the next phase. Tier 1 would be all of the red signs, Tier 2 would be green. And we can actually begin the modification immediately. However, we will actually require more input, so this is actually no longer balanced correctly. A minor oversight. We'll require... Oh. This will be another turret location. Only a minor inconvenience currently. Where did they come from? I feel they can attack whatever they want from any direction. So this could be coming from anywhere, still. Probably there. I think that's an expansion. I would need to check manually. Ammo production should be the current priority. If there's anything I don't want, it's to break this pattern of only attaching branches to one side, allowing expansion on the other side of the bus, for the bus. So instead I'm just going to turn all of this and produce the ammunition here. Oh, new problem. There's a forest in the way. This would be a lot easier if I had fire or something similar. Perhaps a swarm of attack drones carrying chainsaws. It's amazing how much more space each individual branch takes now that I have this new system employed. However, this also means that if one branch fails instead of all of them, which helps debugging. And the only thing that these branches have between them that they have the ability to interact with each other with is their inputs. And so the drain on the pool of primary resource elements is the only thing to take into consideration, which also helps.